Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Stafford now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. Stafford going for the deep ball. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over. So the D-line's going to spread out. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. To Montgomery on the direct snap. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
This time, Trubisky will throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Mason Foster in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Give him 14 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
All right, now look at 56.
McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Caught by Nelson left side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Detroit! Detroit!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Trubisky, and caught right side, Green. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. That'll bring up second down.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Now Gillisley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking for his tight end, Fells, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Demps. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
They go play action here on first down. And now running right through him. Now he'll escape to his right. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On the ground with a tight end. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danny Trevathan from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back out of that belly. Here we go.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Tate.
punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. They stay on the ground. This is Gillisley again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play down. They've got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. After the interception, here's Stafford. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down following the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, here's Trubisky. And it's caught over the middle. tight end Green. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, now look at 56.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Gun!
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
When a linebacker is able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. It's caught. Nelson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So now it's Andrew Franks on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
First down, Stafford here. Room to run past midfield. Caught right side, Tate. A gain of 32 that time.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Stafford now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Bullard with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That good for 19 and a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. On the direct snap, McCaffrey. Here's Abdullah. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Meanwhile, up in Green Bay, and that one all Packers right now. They've scored again, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now it's Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So it'll be first down here after the run. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Tate. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a play fake here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Willie Young. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Riddick. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out of there. Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. Quick hitch, complete. It's right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1.
Now let's go.
Now Trubisky. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on, and boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
A little bit too telegraphed that time, and that's why it's knocked away. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Gillislee, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie from NC State, Josh Jones. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
All right, here we go. Now, check, Patriot.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now it's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Stafford. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Mason Foster able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. And it was the Jaguars who were able to come away with a victory there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Chicago, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spring, make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spread. Make it rain just to let you know. Tell a hater get up out my face. Yeah, I've been ballin' since like yesterday. Yeah, all this money all up in the way. All this money in the way. You know that I'm walking with the bank. Yeah, water, diamond on my ring. You know that I'm rockin' feel the blue. You know that yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know. Yeah, you cannot see me, the windows is tinted. Yeah, driving around right in that Bentley. Ay, you driving around right in that Bentley. Ay, but your shit, it should be rented. Ay, but that is none of my business. Ay, money won't stop me, go straight to the top. Believe it or not, you like Guinness. Ay, yeah, she know I'm a rock star. Looking at my chain, on my diamonds rock hard. Turned the way up, I ain't getting tired. And if you wanna race, then we gonna ride. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Ay, every day I'm shot callin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Ay, yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'. I'm a spray. Make it rain just to let you know.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Round with body.